If CMOs leave today remembering only two things from this conversation, what would you say are the two most important takeaways?
You slow down. And I mean, that depends on the level you're at, but like, don't feel like you have to move so fast you're not putting your foundation in place. The foundation is really, really, really important. The more sophisticated the tech gets, the more important that foundation becomes. So don't skip the steps of building the foundation on the effort to be at the front. Number two would be there's a lot of hype out there right now. And like, I even have seen in the chat that people are like very insistent about like their specific tool or whatever they're doing. I want you to take away that there is no one right answer. Like for any marketing team, there are so many different considerations and very few people who are preaching a specific tool even know jack about the other tools. To be totally honest, like it's like they get into a cult mentality, even if they switched from one to the other. They don't really understand. It's very hard. It is a full-time job for me to understand all of these different tools, where they are, what they're capable, all of that. Very few people who are running a marketing org have that level of understanding of multiple tools. So anybody giving you advice is giving you advice through the lens of one tool that they use most likely. And if they're giving you the advice through the lens of 7 different tools, they probably don't really know any of them. So just take what you hear from anybody with a grain of salt, pick a lane and stick with it, and know that the surface level story you are getting about anything is probably utterly and completely untrue about how these companies' tools work, about how they operate, about their morals, their ethics, like any of it. The surface level hype around all of it, you probably don't know 98% of the story. And just keep that in mind as you're making any of these decisions.
I love it. So if we think about it from the sort of leadership standpoint, which is the lens we're putting on everything for CMO Huddles this year, building a foundation is fundamental. If you step back and you say, how does that foundation relate to the strategy of the things that you are trying to achieve overall? The foundation, we know that like AI is only as good as the data that you have in it, and then of course the user. So that's strategic leadership, number one. Number two, we don't get distracted by the bright, shiny objects because we have a strategy and a vision and a foundation. And so those are great reminders. Nicole Leffer, thank you so much for joining us.